Oh, it's gotta be a red. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Well, good morning and welcome back, everybody and or anybody. Christian with Make Time for Fishing here. Well, I am back out. It is the next morning after my last sheepshead video, and I am back out at the exact same spot. Had a lot of fun, had the best day of sheepshead fishing I've had in a long while. I got a bunch more mud crabs today because it's about 15 degrees warmer this morning. Still supposed to be pretty flat calm until later in the day. Slight chance of some showers, but not really anything substantial, so I'm not too worried about getting wet. But also, like I said, it's a lot warmer, so even if it did rain, wouldn't be the end of the world. Okay, well, I'm making my way to my first dock here. I'll check back with you guys when I get there. So let's get going. Got a whole bunch of mud crabs in here. Start with a small-ish one. Would have been a good size one by yesterday's standards, but I have a whole lot more crabs, fortunately, today. Although I did have enough to get me through the trip. I was just on my last one or two when I called it after that big one. If you haven't seen that video, that was a great trip. Let's get down there. It's I think slack tide right now. Should hopefully start coming up relatively soon. Like I said, I'm gonna keep a couple, probably like hopefully 16 to 18 inches if I can find them. It's a little bit shallow here right now, so I might have to come back when the tide starts coming up. Yeah, totally slack tide. Small guy. Got to start somewhere. Happy to see there's at least some here today. Hopefully that means there's going to be a bunch again. Better one. Still not a keeper though. No, it's about the same. Let's see if this little guy will get bit. Oh yeah, sure. 3 crabs, 3 fish. And I like to throw the legs that I cut or rip off in there. It's like a chum. Come on. No, it's about the same. Alright, now he's a little bit bigger, but maybe barely 14. But I'm happy to get a fish with every crab. I don't care what size. I don't usually cast the jigs, but it's working pretty well right now. 5. Another small guy though. And they're fired up. Oh, it's gotta be a red. Yep. I felt that thump on the cast. That's a good red. Get him in quick. Nice. Ooh, this guy is thick. Great colors on him too. Already got the jig out? That was cool. I'm not doing anything right now. I'm just dropping crabs into this one little pocket, just getting fish after fish. And then like I said, I'm taking the legs off, and I've been throwing them under the dock there, right where I'm fishing as a chum. They kind of get some freebies, some little pieces that kind of draw them in. Come on back. That's heavy. That's heavy. This is a sheep. This is big. No, it's another red. That makes more sense. Nice fish. Let's get him before he dives again. Watch this be the same fish. No, I think this guy's a little bigger. Not by much. Wow, I love the winter colors. They just look so clean. Pop the hook out. If the bite stops for a second, I might need to get out and get more crabs while I can. This might just be a day. I didn't catch a single red yesterday, and I only caught like one small sheep. Just goes to show how much stuff can change day to day. I don't think he's more than 13 or so. In South Carolina, they gotta be 14 to keep. And as I said earlier, I believe, I'm looking for 16, 17, 18s to keep today. Probably only 2 of them. Want to load my brother up with some fillets. Ooh, that's a good one. It's really thrashing. Oh, nice. That one could be worth keeping. Put him on the board. Let's see. Yeah, just such a 17. Yeah, this would be a good one to keep. I think he's gonna be the first one in the cooler. All right, stay tuned. All right, let's clean some of this stuff off. There we go. Some heavy braid. It's gotta be like 40, 50. Let's keep going. Still got so much time and a lot of crabs. Another solid one. Back to back drops. That might be a little bit bigger. Jig fell out, so I gotta be careful I don't drop him. He's a little smaller. 16 and a half. I'll see if I can hold out for a 17 or 18. Good fish. I've already lost count of how many fish we've caught. That's a good fish again. I think he's probably about 16 again. Yep, 16 and a half once again. Still gonna hold out for a bigger one. Yeah, I am burning through crabs already, which is fine because I'm actually catching fish with them, but I think I will have to hop off here in a minute and get some more crabs just to make sure I can keep fishing today. That's a good one. I think that's gonna be another 16 or so. Yeah, he might be a little bigger. That's another 17-inch sheepshead. Gonna hold out for something bigger. I'm being greedy. All right, stopped off. Got some more mud crabs. Let's see if the bite will continue for a while. It's about an hour 15, hour and a half after low. So that current's just starting to trickle in now. It's a solid one. I don't think he's gonna be my keeper, but he is a legal fish. Probably 14 and a half. Small keeper. Same crab. That's probably a good one. Yeah, it looks like he's about a keeper. Yeah, I bet he makes 14. This feels solid. Oh yeah. Nice. That looks like my keeper there. Oh yeah. Just over 18. That's gonna be my guy. All right. Second and last one to go in the cooler today. I've only been out here for about an hour and a half so far. The bite is just crazy. All right. That's all she wrote for the keeping. Now it's just catching. I haven't even really been fishing the pilings. I've just been kind of tossing in this little area where they seem to really be stacked up. Just the legs of this little crab. See if it'll get eaten too. When you're getting bit and you miss a bite, just drop right back in and they will come back. That's another good one. Gosh, that would have been another great keeper. I just don't need it. Look at that, and he didn't even get my crab. He got one little leg. Man, what an awesome morning already. I don't even think it's 10 o'clock. Bet he nearly makes 13. Okay, so since the bite is so consistent right now, I figured it'd be a good idea to do a little tutorial for you guys on how I'm fishing right now. So this is the Toadfish 5'11" convict rod. As usual, that's what I like to use for sheepshead, specifically made for them. 3000 size reel, doesn't really matter. I have 15-pound braid. Then about 3 feet of 20-pound fluorocarbon leader. And this is a 3/8 ounce sheep sticker pro jig from Bel Air Jigs. These are really great jigs. They're just good cost. Very similar design to a lot of other sheepshead jigs. I just really like this quality, and the company, and the price is great, so I haven't really changed it up. And then I have a little mud crab on the business end, and the jig's attached with a loop knot. When I'm fishing with the jigs, what I like to do is I try to keep the line as vertical as possible. So first what I'll do is I'll try to position right on the back side or near a pole or whatever structure I'm trying to target. I'll open the bail, let the line fall out, keep the rod tip
low and close to parallel to the water. When it hits the bottom, close the bail, reel up the slack, keep that jig on the bottom, and lift your rod ever so slightly so that you can see the rod tip bend very slightly, but your jig is still on the bottom. Sometimes the 1/2 ounce and a little bit bigger jigs are better for this. Oh, I wasn't ready because I was talking, but basically what'll happen is you'll keep contact with the jig, but keep it on the bottom, so your rod tip is slightly bent, and you can see if that jig moves. And that's part of the reason this super light convict rod is so great for this, is a fast action tip, so you can see the little sensitive touches that these fish give themselves away with that a stiffer rod wouldn't notice. So let's try it again. Drop it down. Close the bail when we hit the bottom, line stops falling out. Get some tension on the rod tip so you see if that jig moves. If you see it start moving or it lifts up, test to see if there's weight there. And set the hook. So there, what I kind of did was I lifted up twice. And sometimes this is helpful when you're in tight quarters, like under a dock or something. I did kind of a double hook set. I did the first one, make sure he was there, and that was kind of a light one. Reeled down my slack, and then I really set the hook into him the second time. All right, there's a little 11, 12-inch sheepshead. And you know, you can fish them off the bottom. You can do a lot of different things with this, but that's the general strategy I always like to use. And I feel like following that general guideline is what produces the most fish for me. But if you want to see a little bit more about how I set these up and techniques for how I like to fish them, I have a whole video where I go through this technique as well as several others that I like to use. I'll link that up above. Just a little how-to sheepshead video. Alright, let's try this stock again. It produced well for me yesterday. And if I don't get any bites on this stock, I'm going to switch to a split shot rig. There's a fish there. Wow, I don't think he's very big, but he's fighting super well. That was cool. I gave him a little half hook set, and I could see him swimming with my jig down there before I fully set the hook. Mostly bigger crabs left now, which is a good problem to have. I think I'll switch to the split shot rig now. Give it a shot for a little bit. Maybe the subtle presentation will get some of the bigger, smarter ones. Alright, decided to go with the same split shot rig I was running yesterday. Size 1 mosquito hook. Attached with a loop knot to my leader. Same leader I was running before. Then I just have a small split shot, maybe 3-4 inches above it. Yep, split shot rig's gonna work out. So I was dropping in that same spot with the jig, not getting a bite. And that's a big one. Just barely got it in the lip there. It would have been another great keeper. Nice. There we go. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. 'Cause a lot of the ones I have left are big. And this is a small hook. I'm going to cut them, the bigger ones, in half. One thing with the split shot rig is you have to be patient for it to fall all the way down. Especially if you're in pretty deep water. Unless you go with really big split shots, but for me that kind of defeats the purpose. Instant. Oh, yeah, I lost that half a crab.
Hi.
Hi.
Catching anything?
Yeah, the sheepshead are biting pretty well.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Another good keeper.
Yeah, but I have to have
Let's try to watch the line here, see if we can see the bite. It's so subtle with this, and especially when there's some current pulling it to the side, it can be hard to tell. But sometimes they'll pick it up on the drop and it'll just start ripping out. Alright, we're on the bottom. Now we're just watching to see if the line tightens up. Did. Wow. Really ran away. Another solid one. Ow, ow, ow. These guys sure are spiky. See if we can catch another one on the same crab here. Yep, someone's got it. Oh, dropped it. Back on it. Man, they're really down there. Oop, there he goes. They're eating it as soon as it gets down there. Yep, another one. Might need to put a second split shot on, just now that the water's getting deeper.
How you doing?
Good, yourself?
Good. Any good?
Got some sheepshead, nothing too.
Sheepshead, using some fiddlers?
Mud crabs.
Oh, you're using mud crabs?
Yeah.
Good. Good to know. Any size to them?
Yeah. Nothing giant, but plenty of like 16 to 18 inches.
Perfect.
Yeah. All right, let's let this just fall right here outside the pilings. Got a couple big bites out here. There we go. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah. It's another stud. Oh. Wow. Put him on the board, get a quick picture, get him back. Oh my gosh. It's another 20. 20 and a half. All right. Well, this one blows the other ones I've caught so far today out of the water. That's an awesome fish. Another release over 20. That's a 20 and a half inch sheepshead. I say another because I got a nice big one yesterday. If you want to see that, go check out the other video. But let's get this guy back healthy. Alrighty, I'm heading in once again after a pretty short trip. About 3.5 hours or so I was actually fishing. Really fun day. The bite was just non-stop. There was no downtime at all. Actually ended up still having plenty of mud crabs. The warmer weather meant that the crabs weren't buried as much, so I was able to find a lot more than I did yesterday. Either way, really stellar day. Got a nice big release over 20. Caught countless keepers and just a ton of sheepshead, probably 30 plus. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you made it this far and you did enjoy the video, please remember to subscribe if you haven't already. But remember to make some time for fishing, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.